Welcome. It's Scott with another edition of Reelistic Live. We are in the bowels of a cave somewhere in Iran with bare internet, and we are going to get this done if nothing happens strange. And joining me in a few minutes will be Don Freshy from Sport Fishing on the Fly. We're so excited to have him here today. And in just 1 second, we will get that going. All right, we got Don with us now. Hey, Don, how's it going today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. Oh, it's fantastic here. You can see the weather in the background. It's beautiful.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, it's fake.
Yeah.
I see the weather in the background of yours is pretty nice too.
Yeah, nice fireplace. And yeah.
I hear you're in Victoria?
Yeah, down in Victoria on business until tomorrow.
You going to get any fishing done while you're down there?
I am certainly not.
Oh, ouch.
No, another time here. I'm a warm weather kind of guy, right? I like the, bring it on in April again, start up again, kind of till November, then I'm out. Once it gets cold, forget it.
Well, isn't it warm in Victoria? I mean, they keep sending me all these letters saying that it's nice and warm there. Are they lying to me?
It's cold right now. It's chilly. They got a little bit of cold air coming down here.
Oh, we sent some cold air down there. I'm getting no sound. Are you still getting no sound, Scotty? No sound yet. You know what? This is weird. They actually had an issue earlier today. And can you check on Facebook? Or I'm just going to have my sound guy check and see what he's getting. We might be having a Facebook issue because somebody yeah. Well, I am streaming to YouTube as well. Everybody's saying no sound. I'm going to type this in here.
Got it. There's sound.
You got sound?
Yeah.
But do you have my sound?
It's fantastic here. You can see the weather in the background.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
I don't know if you guys are all having issues because we seem to be getting it back here. I'm just gonna post the. Oh, hey Bill, can you post my YouTube? Post YouTube. Oh, well, I don't know what to say there, Mr. Don. You know, you can take all the precautions you want, but as soon as yeah, we were watching a stream today on Facebook, and it didn't work. It wasn't ours, and everybody had to go onto my YouTube channel or onto their YouTube channel. So I'm just going to post it again. Go. So in the meantime, while I type this up here, why don't you tell us where you are in this season so far? Like you're in season 26? No.
25.
25. Oh, I don't want to push it, eh?
No. I mean, we're airing season 24 starting January on all those wonderful networks you see on the screen. So all across Canada, all across the US. Series 24 is pretty cool. You know, a lot of good shows on there. The nice thing about Series 24 is all the guest hosts we have. So we did a bunch of youth guest hosts that we could fit in, and we had a bunch of women finalists for the co-hosting position, and they're all on the show. So actually the shows are kind of unique and that'll be for Series 24 airing now, and then 25 that we finished filming this season was again exceptional. Mr. Chan's back at it. You know, we've got a whole bunch of other people that joined us, and it's another good series.
And Brian fishing with you again?
You betcha. Mr. Chan's on there. Yeah.
Mr. Brian Chan, he's the fish hog, isn't he?
He is a fish machine.
I've heard that he won't help you net if he's got a fish on. Like I heard he's all fish, that guy.
Oh yeah, and he starts drooling if there's a kokanee on there. It's like, look out, that thing's coming in. It's going in the freezer. Yeah, he's a machine.
I have Bill who's doing some links for me right now, and I wanted to really help promote the launch of the OFTA site, because that looks like a really great site for you guys. I had the pleasure of playing around with that today at lunchtime, and yeah, it's actually, and it's super clean, it's crisp, and it flows really nice. And I like how the pictures kind of float up from below, and it kind of says, "Hey, there's more down here. Come have a look."
Yeah, come have a look. Yeah,
it's a really great site there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that site?
So that's On the Fly Adventures. So you're talking?
That's right.
Yeah. So On the Fly Adventures. I mean, everybody, a lot of our fans were asking us, how do we get to go to the places you guys go? how do we book? Who are the guides? A lot of places we don't use guides. Where do we stay? All the rest. So what we've done is started a full booking agency where we have clients actually can phone in or go online on the flyadventures.ca. You go on there, book the whole trip. So if you want the trip to Belize, you say, hey, I want to go to Belize, these dates. The agent gets back to you, tells you, books everything for you, looks after it so it's seamless. Same with the Columbia River, Skeena, all these other ventures that we go on, we offer that on the site. And now I can't hear you, Scott. No. Audio. Nothing. I imagine you can hear me, but I can't hear you. No. Nope. Nothing yet. Technology, eh? Tragic. I mean, I can type fast, but okay. I could always reboot if I have to. Nothing yet. Nope. Ah,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. This microphone just decided it didn't want to work no more. Yeah. So that's out.
There's always something.
Oh my goodness. Now I have to move closer. So you can hear me okay though?
I can hear you good now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. How maybe everybody else can see or hear me now. The people that are having audio troubles, can you just let me know in the text? Okay. So what live? Can you imagine doing live TV and doing the Oscars or something? Oh my goodness, I'd lose my mind.
No kidding.
So you also have another website that I'd like to talk about, and that's your site where you go on and you become a member, and I think it's like $4 a month.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
$4 a month. What do you get out of that when you become a member there?
Well, $4 a month, you get a discount on all the product and merchandise in the shop. So, the hats, the jackets, the flies, all that kind of fun stuff, sport fishing on the fly. Plus, you get to watch all the new shows. So we try to run them concurrently. So right now we're putting up Series 23. When Series 24 starts airing in January, those are going to go up onto our member site. So only members, if you don't have cable or you want to stay up to date and watch the shows when you want, that's what we give to our members. Plus, we're now offering silver and gold memberships, which allow you to get more discounts on the shop, gives you more products. You can pick from all our sponsored products like Maui Gym and Islander Reels. You can get discounts on those products. So we're offering a lot more. Plus, we've added 2 more that are going to come up in the new year, the Platinum sponsors, where you can actually come fish with us. We're going to actually offer some trips where you actually get to come out with the boys, spend a week, and fish with Dale and Brian.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So how do we get into that?
Yeah. Well, anybody can get in there. You just gotta, those are kind of the platinum memberships. They're what we're calling them is elite team members. They are pricey, but they're for people that don't mind paying a little bit to come on an adventure with us and actually film with us and fish with us. So it's quite a big gig.
Yeah, to film and fish with you guys. I mean, that would
But
be
it's
like,
not cheap. It's not cheap.
wow, sure. What is cheap though these days, Don? I mean, it's the value of what you. It's what you get out of it, and if you get that much out of it, then
and I mean we've had clients. We've had three people that have joined us that they are elite team members. They pay the big buck, but they love coming on trips with us. So it's good. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. This is a little off topic. I just got some notes here, just because I wanted to make sure I covered a lot of points with you. And this is off the fishing topic, but you were presented with a 2017 Professional Achievement Award this year. That was in Applied Sciences and Technologies. That's something. That's huge.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it was quite an honor to get into that.
And that's with your other company, right?
That's my other life. Yeah, exactly.
The other life, the altered ego.
The other life. Yeah, the people don't realize. They just think I'm one of these fisherman guys that just go out and catch fish and talks on TV, and that's it.
Well, what they don't realize is we all have to have jobs to pay for that job because
that job does not pay.
I know everybody's like, man, I can hardly wait to have a fishing show like you. And I'm like, well, as soon as you figure out how to get paid, you let me know.
Let me know.
I'll help you out. Yeah. Exactly. That the only reason any of us started this, and I think I saw a quote in one of the magazines or an article you wrote, the reason you started this show was so that you could have cheaper or free fishing trips to help pay for itself.
You know what my goal list? Exactly. On my goal list, which I did when I was like 20, I just wanted to fish for free. That was it. That was one of my goals, and it just turned out to be this. And it does allow me to fish for free, and I get to go to some pretty beautiful spots in the world. So I am very fortunate.
We just missed you, I think, you were fishing season 25 up at Dragon Lake in Quesnel.
Yeah.
How did you guys make out up there?
We did really good. We were using little goldfish boobies. It was awesome.
We caught 2. we were trying a whole different technique that was working 3 weeks prior when I was on vacation, and I was catching the biggest fish ever. So I drug Dwayne down. And we did the same thing. We were dragging really big T50s.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then we went, because that's all I brought, because I was convinced it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I watched a couple of people using some gold stuff. There was actually three shows fishing there at the same time.
Oh, really?
Me, you, and I cannot think of the other gentleman's name who was slaying fish beside us, casting a gold crocodile. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a goldfish movie and full sink line. It was great. Yeah, it was killer.
Yeah, I can hardly see that episode because
that will be on series 25.
Yeah, so if you're a paid member, you could see that sooner.
If you're a paid member, you get it concurrently when we run on the network. So
that's
try
amazing
but you get clips. You get free clips earlier. Yeah,
that's amazing that the some of these networks have allowed you to run it simultaneously, because most of them are pretty tight about that.
Yeah, they're tight, but if it's under a paid subscription, a lot of them will let you do that, right? If it's not, you can't. But a lot of them have a 1 year non-compete type thing. So you just got to be careful.
Your brother is on the Canadian fly fishing team, is that correct?
Yeah, he was on there for about 5 years. Yeah.
And you're not on that team with him?
I did not go on that team. So at the time he went on, so that was back in the 90s, it was all about the money. If you paid the money, you got to play. I didn't want to pay any money to go fishing. I was like, no, that goes against my number one rule of fishing for free. So
yeah, that's right. If rule number 2 interferes with rule number 1,
it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Yeah, no, my Scottish bones wouldn't allow that either. I'm like, you don't want me for my talent?
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, what? Well, I only caught 2, so I probably wouldn't have been on that team.
No, he competed about 5 years. Yeah, he did well. He's one of the top Canadians 1 year, one of the top North Americans another year. Yeah, he did very well.
And the Canadians also won this year at the Worlds for the Bass Championship too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was like we were doing well with some stuff, and Mexico got a bronze, I believe, if I remember serving it correctly. So
Getting
yeah,
better.
that was pretty cool tournament. I'm just gonna ask some people here what they want to ask. There's some questions that are in your head that you always wanted to ask and were afraid to. Hey, do you mind if we ran your season 2019 trailer?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
Sure.
let's see if we can do this. This is another technology thing, so we may or may not be. So here we go. Let's give this a try. Oh, I make sure I'm sharing that with some audio. Uh-huh.
Always fun.
Forgot.
Technology. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool technology, though.
Yeah, this is actually my first real live broadcast with this software, which is a lot easier than some of the stuff I've been using. But the audio thing, well, something had to die, of course. Okay, here we go. Here's the trailer for his upcoming season, guys. Look at that river. That was exciting.
Yeah, it's a nice little video.
Yeah, and man, those bull trout are huge.
Big bullies up in Golden. Yeah,
That's the
big bull-
golden area. Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen some boys online that are always posting giant bullies, and we
Yeah.
got some big ones here, but on average, they seem to be
Oh, Upper
monsters there.
Columbia, they're big. I mean, we've had them over 20 pounds that bust you off and nasty. Yeah, it's
Over
unreal.
20 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Big.
those are available on that on your website or on the was it the OFTN? I think it's at Golden, the Golden
Yeah.
Experience. Is that where?
Yep. Golden Experience is where you're going to get those big bullies. Yeah.
So do you have
Big
any
bird.
suggestions for the time of year for people if they wanted to book up there for those?
You get rainbows and bulls in the spring. I would say your biggest fish are going to come late summer, fall. That's when you get the big boys.
That's the same
Right.
for us too. I think
Yeah.
we're at the end of June, early July for that for us.
Yeah,
Same
they're
for you
pushing
guys?
up their feet on the kokanee. They're doing their thing, right? They come back. They drop back in October. You get some big fish.
And do they live in that system all year round?
So they're in Kinbasket Reservoir, which
Okay.
the Columbia flows into. So they just migrate back and forth. A lot of them stay native, but the big boys come out of Kinbasket for sure.
Wow. You're getting lots of congratulations and stuff. I'll just post a couple here about your award. Sorry,
Oh, thanks.
looks like everybody's moved over to YouTube to watch. All these comments are coming from YouTube now.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we're streaming to both now, and that's kind of a neat advantage of this new program that we're using because it allows us to stream up to 5 different locations, and you don't have to do anything. So it wasn't the fault of this software that the audio died. Obviously, it was I don't know
Technical.
why. Yeah, and you know what? That's a beautiful microphone there, and why it just decided to hate me, I don't know. No idea. So you have been tying your segments on the bench for over 20 years. Like you've always had that in your show. Is that correct?
Yep. On the bench,
Yes.
started right from series 4. Yep.
From series 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the longevity? Like what is the secret of keeping this show going so long?
You just, what's always showing new things. There's always something new being developed, especially in fly fishing. Well, fishing in general, but fly fishing is so cool because there's always new materials. There's always new ways to fish them. There's new equipment, new lines, new ways to approach it. Everybody thinks that, oh, yeah, you got a lake, you got a river. It's always the same thing. Every year, I learn at least 5 or 6 new things. Like, it's crazy. And we try to show that to everybody. Like the booby patterns the English were using 30 years ago, we had no idea how to use them until 10 years ago. And then we start showing them now, now tequila's #1 fly. I mean, we've got, Czech nymphing now that's really popular, right? Different things. So it's there's always something new going on. And we're trying to show all these new techniques as we go.
I have just a few second classic couple pieces. I just want to show some people in case they haven't been watching, but
Classic.
he's been yeah, well, you're just as good looking, Don, don't worry.
Oh yeah. Just a few
So
more gray hairs.
No, I don't think so. I airbrushed some in here to make it even.
Oh, good.
Maybe you can remember this for us. How long was that?
Yeah, on the bench, that was probably series.
And one on the other edge.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that's
Once
an
we
oldie.
have the 3
Look,
clumps of zeal
there's
on
no gray
timer
hair.
for the
You're
wing,
right.
we're going to trim it to the right size.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Pull it back just so it's about to the back of the
Yeah,
boat.
I don't know when the heck that had to be, like series 13, 14.
Body.
That
And cut off
late?
the head.
I thought it was
Finish
even
up that
earlier. I
fly.
couldn't find anything
cut
earlier
off your
to.
thread.
No, on our website, we go way back to 4. But that's probably series somewhere in there. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in series 13, 14. Yeah.
I think probably I'm definitely almost positive that that's one of the reasons that I was attracted to the show quite a few years ago, because I used to tie professionally for those gas station where you found all the flies.
Yeah.
I picked up an ad when I was in grade 12 that said, "We'll teach you how to tie flies and you can make money." So I tied for them for almost 2 years, thousands of flies. I have some patterns I can do in my sleep, and there's still some I'm not amazing at. But the changes in flies to tube flies and the boobies and stuff that have made leaps and bounds. And you wouldn't think, okay, it's a bug, but the changes in fly tying over the last 5 years and the materials are just phenomenal.
It's astounding. Yeah.
What
You see all about insects and everything. Now you got everything. You got blobs and boobies and squirmy worms. You got real insects. You got everything. You got to use them all.
What have you found it was one of the biggest changes in the last 3-4 years that have just made you go, holy?
Well, it was that Fritz material, right? The Fritz material that's very translucent, just really attracts the fish. So for the blobs and the boobies, I mean, squirmy worms are crazy. That material, I mean, it looks like a real worm, feels like a real worm. You put that on as a San Juan worm or something else, it's not even fair. Like the fish are all over it. So it's really becoming, I don't know. It used to be a real art to tie a fly. Like you had to have the right proportions, the right color scheme. Now it's, hey, take a flip of a coin, try some different colors and see what you get. So many magic beads, right? Different beads now, colored beads. Where before you're pretty stuck. You had silver and gold. That was it.
Yeah.
Now you've got black, molted, browns and greens and ambers and chartreuse. Like it's fantastic.
Have you seen some of the beads that are coming out of Creek Candy in Ontario?
Oh, I've seen them all. They're fantastic.
Holy smokes. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at beads going, I'm just going to put one on a hook. Like they're so phenomenal. Like I don't even have to tie anything now. Just throw that on a hook.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
It's amazing what they've done. I think I was 22 years old when I caught my biggest fish on the fly, which is why I became not a fly fisherman, but why I was addicted to the fly. It was called the hummingbird. I just wanted to tie something that was not
a hummingbird.
And it literally, I mean, I bet you it was that big.
Wow.
And like actual size of a hummingbird. And I caught the biggest trout I'd ever, and I'm sure it was just super lucky because I never caught another one after that on that fly. What got you started on fly fishing? What was the attraction for you?
It was just getting out with a friend. I had a buddy that was fly fishing, that was just casting a line down the river. He said we should try it one time, but the real key was one guy. It was one guy. I'm trying to remember his name. Rosado. It's can't remember his first name, but he had a big snidely whiplash, and he'd wax it all the time.
Nice.
Oh, Riga Rosati. That was the guy's name, Riga. So I'm about 8 years old. I'm out trolling with my dad because I didn't start fly fishing until I was about 12. But I saw Riga Rosati out there in the lake. My dad says, "Oh," I said, "What's that guy doing? That looks cool." And my dad said, "Oh, He's fly fishing. He never catches anything. We trolling, we catch all the fish. We've got live bait, like we've got worms and maggots. We catch all the fish. He just likes to come out here and waste time. That's what my dad told me, which is kind of cool. But I said, I want to try that. Like, I want to try this out. So after, I went and got a beat up old rod. And after I saw Riga casting, I asked him for a couple of lessons. And after that, rest is history. Riga Rosati, yeah, he's passed away now, but he was the first guy I saw that I was really impressed.
My dad used to take us to classified waters, and in fact, I fished on it with one show not too long ago. And I didn't have a fly rod. And he said, "You can't come. You don't have a fly rod. You have to fly fish only. That's all it is." And so I insisted on coming and watching because it was so interesting, like you say. And I happened to have found a fly rod and reel. It was an inexpensive one, broken in the bushes. It was missing about this much of the tip.
Wow.
Yeah, line on it and everything. So I said, "Hey, tie me on a leader and a fly," and he did. And I think I caught 2 rainbows. They were decent size for me because I was only like 10 or 12. I knew then, I was like, this is a pretty cool. And back then, I think the fly rod was about 200 pounds. I think it was whittled straight out of a piece of oak. I'm not sure.
Or
it was solid fiberglass.
We'll take a fiberglass. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You could hold a tent up with it for sure. They've come a long way since then.
Oh, and same with fly tying. You know, my first fly I ever tied when I got into it, I remember getting my first vise and I was tying. I wrapped chenille around and I put a little tuft of something on it. 2 casts later, it's just falling apart, right? So it takes time, like everything. It takes time to learn all that.
I'm sure a lot of my flies dissolved on the snap when I was starting to poof.
Snap.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I was fly fishing or playing Indiana Jones, but it
yeah, with the whip.
That's right. I was bull whipping. We talked about possibly you having a hat or something hanging out there.
I have hats. I've got jackets. I didn't bring it with me, but I've got hats.
I heard you have hats. What can we do with one of these said hats?
Actually, we can do a couple of hats.
Ooh, look at this. Look, our audience just tripled.
Why don't we have a couple of hats?
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So you want to do? You want to give away a couple of hats then?
Yeah, let's give away a couple of hats.
Let's think back to the stream, and because I usually wait a couple of days before I do the draw, because probably 90% of our viewers will see this in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
So why don't you pick a question of something we talked about today, or that's something we talked about today, and go ahead.
We talked about today.
Yeah, something on the show. That way they have to think about it on the show, and
on the show,
and they have to watch the show again. You know.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah. And then all your advertising gets to pop up again. And
sure.
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. What was the fly that was working the best at Dragon Lake?
Yeah, because I did mention that, didn't I?
You did mention exactly because I wrote it down. I'm going to be doing a sketch of that bad boy.
I'll send you a picture too.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so if you guys are watching there at home now, whether live or on the stream back, if you can remember what the name of the fly was that Don caught all the fish at Dragon Lake on.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So you'll have to post it in the comment. You can't tell your wife and your kids. You have to actually post it in the comment.
Yeah.
So thanks for that technical back over here, because I would have totally missed that again. Do you have any super top secret things you wanted to shout out at us? Anything going on that's happening right now?
Not top secret. I mean, the biggest thing is we're putting all our old content up on YouTube.
Right.
So our YouTube channel is cranking along. All the older stuff's going on there. All the newer stuff on the site. On the Fly Adventures is going. 25 Series 25 will go on next year. Well, the other thing I guess I should mention is 24 is airing in January. I think what we're going to do is start 25 earlier next year. Instead of waiting a full year, we're probably going to put it up in the fall. And it might even come as soon as the summer. Yeah, we may even do 26 episodes a year. So we've had such a demand from the networks, which I don't know why, but we have. They just want more of the show. So we're going to try to maybe do 26 per year.
So all the competition that you were having for the co-host position, was a female angler and a youth angler.
Yep.
That'll be revealed on this coming season.
That'll be revealed. There's one girl that stands out. You'll see her on the majority of shows.
Okay.
Her name's Ashley Peterson. She's going to be, she does a lot more stuff with us. And the youth one was very difficult, only because with the youth, they always had a parent with them.
Yeah.
Right. Had to have the parent with them. So we did find some very good use. We didn't get a chance to film with them all. So that was a tough one. We almost had to bail from the youth side because we got one that really stood out. Annika Jurgensen, her dad was willing to come with her all the time. So really, we've got a female co-host, Ashley Peterson, that's really going to be up front, and Annika Jurgensen, the youth female co-host. So we really picked up a couple of females for both.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
we have the same troubles with the youth anglers. We have lots of young anglers who want to join us, but our trips are overnight and the
too much
logistics.
liability. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't take responsibility for your kids. It's just too hard for us.
Yeah.
I would hate for something to happen to them, while we're on
totally.
the ice or whatever, like, because it's odd that we got them off on their own. Adam Hopper is one of our
good.
youth anglers. Yeah, you've probably seen some of his stuff. Of course, you watch it every night, probably.
Of course.
Taking notes.
When I go to bed.
He's a fantastic diehard angler, and so we've given him his full leash cut, and he goes and just does it. So, and he's fantastic editing and filming and stuff himself. So lucky for us, we found Adam when we did, or somebody would have scooped him. Thanks, Adam. Shout outs for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I know you're not on here because Facebook's probably not working. So how long have we had you on here? I guess it's 5:30. We probably had you on here long enough, and you probably got to go for dinner and stuff. And
the usual, go for dinner, have a cocktail, and it's good.
What's the cocktail of choice tonight, buddy?
I usually stick with a nice amber ale or something nice and light. It's good.
Is there any particular companies that you like more than another?
Of course, the Trail Brewing Company back home, always a favorite of mine.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, they're always good. Anywhere though, I enjoy the beers all over. It's good beer.
I was just trying to gauge how your meeting went today based on what kind of cocktails you're having.
Oh no, exactly. No, it's a good one. It was a good meeting. It's a good celebratory beer.
Okay, well, we're probably going to end this broadcast here. I got a few things to talk about after, so when you jump out, you can exit right out if you want. And
studio, cool.
What's that?
I just leave the studio. I love that.
You just walk away with the click of the button. We'd love to have you again, maybe in a few months if you got some stuff going on, and we can chat again. And maybe you'd be interested in tying something for us. Yeah,
if people want to see some ties, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Not like orange booby would be important or anything, but we could maybe tie something like that.
Tequila. You always want to have tequila in your box.
Yes. You know what? I've heard you say that an awful lot, so I'm probably going to say that's tequila. And those are available on your website too, right? Like you can buy those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Fantastic. So you guys, if you want to catch the big fish like Don does, sport fishing on the fly, make sure you head to his website, sign up. Buy some flies, buy a couple for me too, because I'll be fishing with you guys. So make sure you have spares. And so if you haven't had a chance, make sure you tune in to any of these, I don't know, right here, any of those networks and watch Sport Fishing on the Fly for the new season. And thanks for coming out, Don. We really appreciate having you here.
Thank you. That was a pleasure. That was a blast.
All right. You take care now.
See you boys
later.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye now. Well, there he was in the flesh. Don Freshy, Sport Fishing on the Fly. We had the awesome opportunity to interview Don 3 years ago at one of the sports shows, and he's a super nice guy, super helpful, and he literally would take the time to show you how to tie something or how to cast, and he would stop his show to help you do stuff. I just want to talk before we go about some ice safety. My goodness, we had a drowning already. Please check the ice. A couple guys went out in the Calgary area, and one went through, and the other one went through trying to save him. Unfortunately, he did not make it. He was I think 59 years old. It's not worth it, people. Check the ice and don't be unsafe. And I can't. I mean, we've said it 1,000 times, and I don't know how much more to stress. Life jacket, ice picks. If you're going to go this early, be safe. it doesn't take that much to take some precautions with you. I want to also mention Wolf Lake Wilderness Lodge. The contest is going fantastic. If you haven't had a chance to sign up, make sure you get in there and sign up. Not that the seats are filling up, but you want to make sure you get in there for sure. And I think we're getting close to 900 entries now, as last I checked. That's amazing, guys. Thanks very much. And if you don't know anybody who signed up, make sure they do sign up. And I think Bill posted my YouTube link. We are so close, this close, to giving away a whole bunch of lures and a fishing rod and a reel. There was a whole
ice fishing gear.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that you guys could use this season if we can draw a winner. But we're just like, I think 20 subscribers short. So just take a couple seconds, shoot over there, subscribe, and head back, and then I can give it away. And hopefully one of you guys, one of our followers from Canadian Fishing Network and Reelistic Outdoors, will be able to win that, so I can borrow it from you when I break my stuff. There's lots of good lures. Most of my favorite stuff was in there, I believe. Oh yeah, there was a lot of really good stuff in there. In fact, if you guys don't win it soon, I'm going to be using it this year. So anyway, that's all I had, and it was so wicked awesome to have Don here with us, and I apologize in advance for the audio, and I'm hoping that the audio issue with Facebook was actually this microphone starting to go bye-bye. I don't know for a fact. You guys are listening to me on Facebook right now. Just before I leave, can you, how often does Don target walleye on the fly? Actually, he catches a lot of walleye in the Columbia River, and you can see some of his episodes there. The Columbia River, I think if I had one river to fish for the rest of my life, I would pick the Columbia. It has pike and walleye and sturgeon and lingcod and bull trout and did I say sturgeon? Yeah, and massive rainbows. Yeah, if I had one river, that'd be the one for sure. So if you guys can hear me, I appreciate that you're hanging out. Sorry again for the audio issues. If there wasn't one single audio issue every time, it just wouldn't be realistic. Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk soon.